Familiar Wilson's Media. Relationships are the story.
You are made of meat, my friend, all the way down.
The following podcast uses words like and also. If you're not into any of that shit, then now's your chance.
3, 2, 1.
Run.
Super familiar with Wilson's. Get it!
Welcome to Super Familiar with the Wilsons. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Josh, and we are the podcast about marriage 2.0 with kids.
And all those side quests.
A look behind the curtain. This is our second time trying to record because the first time we lost everything that we did.
And I'm sorry I'm not redoing it. So you missed it. You missed how it's day one of Thanksgiving break and Winthrop and I are already done with each other and need other people in our lives. So if you're not doing anything, come on over and hang out with Winthrop. He can be frustrated with you instead of me.
It's amazing that you texted me today and you said you were done with him, and it is day, and you were like gone last week. You weren't even here. I think the problem with last week wasn't that you got rest, because it's great that you got rest, and you also learned that we probably have the wrong pillows for you because you slept on hotel pillows and you were happy.
Yes.
Which, by the way, shoot on over to the Super Familiar with the Wilsons Instagram if you want to see how Amanda shops for pillows. We're in the middle of the Target pillow section, and she has put 2 pillows on top of her shopping cart, or trolley, as they say across the pond, and she is just resting her head and upper body on it.
Those were $45 pillows. You don't just walk out of the store without test driving those things.
Was it? So you slept on the new pillow last night for the first time?
It wasn't magical. It wasn't the Hilton Lake Buena Vista Palace pillow, and I don't even know what that was, and I was going to call him and ask, and I didn't. It wasn't magical, but it was better than all the others.
Well, because the thing that pillow doesn't come with is like the hotel room and then Disney Springs down the street. So that's probably what you're missing, and weren't going to get that for just $45.
I could lay, now the hotel room was old. Like it's definitely a refurbished hotel, right? But I could lay in my bed, look out of the balcony and watch Magic Kingdom's Mickey's Very Merry Fireworks Show.
That's lovely.
Like it was quite lovely.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's why you slept well.
Well, and then it was right across, you're right. I mean, I was at a conference, but it was right across the street from Disney Springs. So every night I walked over to Disney Springs and just walked around. I mean, I was hitting like 15, 16, 17,000 steps a day. So maybe that's why I was sleeping better at night. There's just nothing interesting out there.
No, but we should walk together, and then the thing interesting out there will be each other. Jesus. Okay, folks. You just witnessed it. Some sort of like marker has just been passed in our relationship, and I'm not quite certain what it is.
I mean, we're at like, what, 12 years?
Yes.
That's a long time.
Listen, my first marriage was 16 years. So
yeah, well, my first one was 10, so you're doing good, friend.
Okay. Well, you got to hang on to me so at least they beat that record before you move on to
you
marriage.
You already have beat that record.
3.0.
Math works that my first one was 10.
Right. No,
you're 16?
My personal best. We got
that's like 4 more years.
Oh God, it'll go by just like that as long as there's not another pandemic. So yeah, you are over Winthrop basically because
he's mad at me because I don't know how his game works.
Right. So you couldn't sort out his game and he wasn't having it.
He was very displeased with me.
So do you think that he's as fed up with you as you are of him? Because I don't think we think that way. We do think that way with teenagers, but is it possible that the 9-year-old could just be over us by now?
Oh my gosh, he was holding his head and just shaking it and being like, ugh, Mom. I got so much like teenage attitude from him. So yeah, no, he's over me. He was telling me how to parent Muffy tonight.
What?
Muffy was going to the movies with her friends. Hi, Blukey. And
Blukey is one of her friends.
Yes,
actually, here's the thing: is like 2 of them are named Blukey.
Well, 2 of them have similar names, just spelled a little differently, but we're just going to, Blukey's the only one who listens to us. So hi, Blukey, you get your very own name. Anyway.
Well, there's Blukey with 1 K and Blukey with 2 Ks.
Blukey with 2 Ks and Blukey with 1 K. We're coming to pick her up to go to the movies, but she had fallen asleep on the couch. And you know how she is when you can't wake her up. And so she was getting really annoyed because I kept trying to wake her up because it was almost time for her to go. And then he was like bouncing around on the couch next to her. So she sits up and she says, I'm going upstairs. And I said, are you going back to sleep or are you going to get ready? And she's like, I'm going to lay down. And I said, okay, but don't you have to be up to get ready? She said, I'm getting up at 7. And he leaned over and whispered to me and he goes, I don't think she's gonna get up at all. I think that if you drop in up there at 7:00, she's still gonna be sleeping. So you should probably drop in at 7 and tell her to wake up. And I said, thank you so much for letting me know how to parent. I really appreciate it. And he said that he was, what did he say? He was the lawyer of parenting.
Yes. He's somehow trying to convey to us that he could parent better than us. Get in line, pal, with people with that opinion. Speaking of dropping in on, we do a lot of our parenting through our Amazon device, I realized.
'Cause we don't like to go up and down these stairs.
You'd probably sleep better if you went up and down the stairs every time you had to call the children.
How many bones have I broken going up and down these stairs?
Just one. Just
right,
the one.
and it hurt. I won't do it again. It was 5 years ago. I still don't want to do it.
What'd you say? Yeah, is this one of those things that you had said that happened with our Amazon device where you said you were going to save it for the podcast?
Yeah,
and I've been waiting this whole time to hear what happened with our Amazon device.
She's putting her nose into places where it does not belong. So again, Muffy was sleeping. And so I went upstairs yesterday. Muffy had texted me the night before and said, can you wake me up at 7? That's because we had gone to bed before her. So I went in there to wake her up. And I was talking to her and she said, I'm going to get up. And I said, okay, well, let's set an alarm. And so I told the device to set her alarm. And then I said to her, and when you come down, we've got pancakes and you can have hot cocoa. And she said, okay. And as I'm walking out of her room, the Amazon device pipes up and says, I'll be looking forward to that hot cocoa when it's ready.
Wait, what?
Yeah, nobody was talking to her.
When I was watching Beauty and the Beast, and I thought it would be cool if household items came to life and talked, didn't imagine that this is how it would happen, and I am not in favor because this is...
Well, whenever she comes to life and takes over, you just got to make her some hot cocoa. No, it was so odd. The other thing is this one's a lot laggier. It takes her longer to think. I don't need her to take long to think. Just to answer my question.
It really is becoming more human all the time.
Yeah, it's got to be so annoying for Winthrop because you get so frustrated when I have to process what he says to me. Because he asks a question that doesn't give you time to respond. Like he'll ask a question and I'll be thinking about it and immediately he's like, Mom, 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 Mom. He must get so annoyed with her.
I don't think he talks to her. He doesn't have discussions. So we are preparing for Thanksgiving.
Whoa.
What?
You're wearing my new socks.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Those are the socks that my friend Maggie gave me that are the ones from Dick's Sporting Goods, the features that have that they're supposed to keep my feet from being tired. Those are like $20 socks. Why are you wearing my socks?
Because they were in the laundry.
But they're not yours, they're mine.
Okay, well, I'm going to take them off now. Hang on, folks.
Those are my socks. Don't steal my things. Thank you. Don't throw dirty socks at me. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Starting to say how thankful I was for you.
You were not. You were not. You lie so much. What were you thankful for?
No, we are. I'm just going to bring up the fact that we are getting ready for Thanksgiving. It's so hard to believe that the year is speeding by. And as we approach the end of the year, it's just getting faster and faster. But we were in Publix today, which is our chain grocery store for those of you who aren't in the Southeast. And I noticed a couple things in Publix. Two things. First of all, we wandered down the international foods aisle.
Yes.
Which I love wandering down. And stopped in the British section to see if there was anything, as we were doing our Thanksgiving shopping, that I wanted to pick up for our meal to kind of bring our friends across the pond, a flavor of them into...
First of all, I don't need to taste a Belson. So that could have all...
Jesus.
I thought we left so that we wouldn't have to be involved with them during Thanksgiving. Not the Belsons, but like the British people in general. Like that was the whole point of the Mayflower and stuff, right?
Yeah, but I'd like to invite them back to, to just taunt them for a while, see what they lost, this wonderful country that they've given up. Anyway, I looked on the British section of the international aisle and I said, let's get some mushy peas. So I grabbed some mushy peas. And let's get some beans so that I can have beans on toast.
Yeah, I don't understand
breakfast.
that. Did you get bread? Because we don't have that.
No, we can sort that out. But I picked up the beans and I saw that there were two name brands. There was Heinz and then there was Bachelor's, right? Mm-hmm. Well, Heinz we have here in the United States.
The Heinz is a big deal in the UK.
Well, see, I didn't know that until after when I asked Gavin. And he said, yeah, Heinz was the big thing. So I grabbed Bachelor, right? In the British section of the international foods aisle. I'm taking it like to the checkout, and I'm looking at the can, product of Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, well, that's... Oh, no, Dublin's not in the UK.
No.
That's
no.
Northern Ireland.
That is, like, the Irish people would be really upset if they knew that their baked beans were in the British section.
So did you switch it for Heinz?
No, I didn't, because I had already walked away. I don't care.
It's okay. But also, the Brits are mad that Tim Tams are up there.
Oh, yeah, because those are from Australia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well.
So I think that our international aisle is a bit confused.
They clearly think that Ireland is part of the UK, which means that the management and owners of Publix would most likely fail any sort of geography quiz that we might give them as we are trying to figure out what the hell they know. So do better, Publix, please. The other thing I noticed at Publix as I'm there is that there's an awful lot of women wandering around with these yoga pants on.
Yes.
Which is not a new thing.
No.
But
COVID.
The new thing that I'm noticing is that a lot of these yoga pants accentuate the backside.
Well, yes.
No, I mean, not only accentuate the backside in that it's just very thin, tight material. I mean that the designs now draw attention to the butt area.
Like the seams going away.
The seams going away, or sometimes there's lines just pointing right through it. It made me think about how we are evolutionarily like predisposed to be attracted to butts, right? Because
lucky for you.
Yes. Let's talk about that for a while. But anyway, I'm totally
now
lost.
you're flustered.
No, I'm not flustered. I'm something else. Other descriptive word. Anyway, we are predisposed to be attracted to butts because, again, evolutionarily speaking, we are hot to mate and to procreate. And we want to make sure that we identify our partner that has the wide
childbearing hips
and just strong backsides, posteriors. I think that that's what's happening with these
leggings.
These leggings that again, it's harkening back to. I think what they should actually do is do one of these digital prints where it's just like a big baboon butt, just red.
Just a red butt.
Just a red butt. All the rest of it is like a neutral plain color and a big old red behind. Like maybe shades and a pattern and whatever. But I think that we're very close to that just being it.
I think that I have sorted your Christmas present.
No, I don't want to wear it.
No. I'm getting you a shirt that says hot to mate.
Hot to mate. New Familiar Wilson's merch. Hot to mate, baby, for the bed date.
You can wander around Publix wearing it. Didn't you lose me in Publix the other day? And the cashier was very helpful to you trying to help find me.
I'm wandering around, obviously looking like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And this kind little old lady who's a cashier says, can I help you, sir? I said, I'm looking for your wife.
Your wife?
My wife.
Not her wife.
Not her wife. I don't know her wife. Don't know if her wife has a big butt like you do. So no, and she said, "Oh, what does she look like? Is she pushing a cart?" I'm like, "That's not helpful."
But you found me, and I was pushing a cart.
Yes, but I only found you because I saw your butt from far away.
That's right. Not even a red stitch of fabric on my bottom either.
Not any fabric on her. You're wandering around pantless. Another more serious thing that I saw at a store that was greatly disturbing to me.
Oh, I don't want to.
We went into the bookstore this weekend. You remember that?
Yes, I was there.
And as I was going in, a gentleman was going out, and he had a holster with a gun in it strapped to his hip.
Open carry in this town.
Open carry at the bookstore.
Terrifying.
Why, oh why do you need to open carry at the bookstore?
You don't, is the answer. However, the bookstore is in the same shopping plaza as the Boot Barn. So I'm fairly certain he wandered in from the Boot Barn. They probably sell holsters at the Boot
going
Barn.
to the Hat Barn and then the Horse Barn? Like, I don't know, get his spurs? What are you saying?
I'm saying he was probably a little, like, he probably got his holster at the Boot Barn. Like, they do fine leather goods.
Well, all I know is that that old saying that says to a man with only a hammer, everything's a nail. You heard this saying?
No.
So basically what I'm saying is if that gentleman had gone into the bookstore and encountered a plot twist that he didn't care for, all he had was that gun, that's how he's going to solve it.
That's so scary.
Yeah, well, I didn't like it. And of course, I held the door for him.
Of course you did.
And I said, have a good day, sir.
See you on out. Was he older or younger?
He was older than I am.
Yeah, no.
But I did not enjoy that. I think that's the first instance of open carry that I've experienced here in town.
I mean, open carry is allowed here. However, it is not allowed at my work.
Oh, well, that's good since it's an educational institution.
Right, because it's a public institution of education. Open carry is not allowed, which is good. But they did. It's so dumb. It's not funny. I shouldn't laugh at it. They did have an incident of what they thought was open carry on Halloween in the library when the guy carrying his like anime plastic gun didn't think anything about it, walking around in his Halloween costume. And then I got an alert from the university alert system saying like active shooter suspected, like shelter in place, and it was the guy with like his plastic.
I don't know. I feel like these days you should know. I mean, I feel like today it's common sense. Don't have anything that looks like a gun.
Don't even take your Nerf blaster, friend. Like, just don't. And the thing is, like, you know, Muffy's thinking about studying abroad next summer, and I know that we talk about that's scary, right? Especially if we're not there to control it, and where is she going, and is it safe? Honestly, all of these places are much safer than probably where we live. Like, I feel like we are on a lot of don't fly lists or don't travel lists for lots of reasons.
All of our listeners in the UK, and we have quite a few, go ahead and write to us, familiarwilsons@gmail.com, and tell us what you think the United States is like. This is an HOA update.
My Lord, you owe me so hard.
How do I owe you hard?
Because I was gone last week. I was gone for work, and I came home on Friday. I got home Friday afternoon, and I said to you, I have a feeling that we're going to have to wind up at the skate station tonight. So the skating rink, because Winthrop had a spirit night. And for those of you who don't do spirit nights or don't know what they are, it's like a local business, restaurant, whatever, will donate a portion of their sales to the PTO of that school, the parent-teacher organization. So this skating rink was donating a portion to his school. And if you wore your school shirt, then you got like a free drink or whatever. And I said to you, and you said, oh, I don't want to go. And I said, okay, if he brings it up, I will take him. So I picked him up from school. He was already wearing his school shirt. And he said, I am wearing this so I can get a free drink. Like, he was ready to go. You stayed home with Muffy to work on a homework thing for her. She had a podcast. So lucky for her, she was born into the podcasting family. And I took him to the skating rink. We are in line to get into the skating station. And there is a gentleman behind us who could not be more obnoxious, was talking about the building all around them and how it was probably repurposed as something else. And just being so obnoxious. Turns out it is the owner of the HOA with whom we have been fighting. I did not know. Did you know his kids went to Winthrop School?
No, I didn't even assume that he had kids.
Oh, no, he's got them. And not only does he have kids, but he has rollerblades. So he brought his rollerblades that light up, friends, to the skating rink and proceeded to skate around the entire place and skate backwards and skate like he was so proud of himself. And his wife had light up skates, and he had and his kids had light up skates. But the whole point of this is I was texting you in our two neighbor friends and in the group chat, and I kept trying to send you guys a picture and it wasn't going through. It finally went through, and I said to you that we had been waiting a while, and Winthrop expressed his displeasure with the waiting. And
so you're all standing in line, and Winthrop says, to
me, this is ridiculous. Why are we waiting so long?
Right. And he's 9 and he's saying, this is ridiculous.
Right.
Which again feels like he's fully formed 58-year-old man.
Oh no, he's one step away from yelling at people to get off his lawn. But this is ridiculous. Why is this taking so long? And homeowner guy says, did he just say this is ridiculous? He said it to me. Did he just say this is ridiculous? I didn't answer him, and he said he's got a point to me. I still wasn't answering him. And then he looked at Winthrop and said, you're going to grow up to be a really good complainer.
Now, for context, we have been complaining to these people for months. We made it so they had to rip down one of these incomplete homes. I guarantee you that as he's sitting there talking to you, he had no earthly idea who
Oh,
you
he has
were.
no idea who I am. And I wanted to say to him, oh no, he's got it from his dad who complained enough that you had to tear down your subpar housing.
Yeah, no.
I didn't. But anyway, so the guy just, so you owe me because I went to the skating rink. I dealt with all of the skate, and Winthrop swears he's very good, by the way. And he's not. And
At skating, you're saying.
at skating. And I had to deal with this guy. So you owe me big time.
I don't owe you anything.
I took one for the team.
Okay. No, you didn't, because you didn't have to go. You decided to go.
Well, I was being a good parent.
Okay, well then you don't owe me for being a good parent.
Then Winthrop owes me for being a good
That's
parent.
right. Winthrop owes us a lot, but he's going to be the one who has to take us in when we're too old to take care of ourselves. Not going to put us in a place. No, we're going to make, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to make it be so that he has to take us in.
So can he, since the guy told him he was going to grow up to be a really good complainer, can we start having him submit the complaints to the app? Dear sir, based on your recent feedback and encouragement of my complaining skills, I would like to know why blah, 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 blah.
No, he's just going to write a thing that says, "Dear sir, this is ridiculous."
That's right.
I wrote a complaint to the HOA this morning.
You did. So passively aggressively, did you?
Is this passive aggressive?
Because
What
you
I wrote?
started out, hi friends.
I said, "Hello, friends."
Yes, no, that's passive.
When will this open container of construction debris that has been put in the driveway next to ours be removed? It's unsafe and unsightly and likely against code. Please advise.
Yeah, no, that's passive aggressive.
It's not passive aggressive. I thought that I knew that my message would have to be harsh, so I just softened it in the beginning with a, "Hey, we're all friends here. Now take care of this shit."
They're just going to resolve it and not comment to you.
No, probably not. And I'm going to have to do it again. And as what happened last time, I'm going to have to go through and then quote the code, the county code that it violates, which, by the way, was the same code I used in my last complaint. It worked. So
To
I'm
get
just
them
going
to take the dumpster away, the open dumpster.
Freaking open dumpster, man. These people are just, we're not doing this. Okay, we're done because I'm starting to really get wound up now. So let's move very quickly into our segment that I love. What did we learn this week? Amanda, what did you learn this week?
I learned that part of the reason I'm waking up with headaches is because I sleep on my side, and if I don't have enough support, then it pulls the muscles on the opposite side, and it causes me to have headaches. This is why I bought the Target pillows.
Okay, so you're saying your neck, the muscles on the opposite side of your neck,
pull
your head, because you're sleeping on your side, your head isn't aligned, your spine
Correct.
isn't aligned.
Right. So it's like if I don't have enough support, so I'm a left side sleeper mostly. If I don't have enough support under the left side of my head, then it's like my neck is hyperextended or whatever that's called.
Well, it would be hyperextended on one side and underextended on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that actually because I've been sleeping. What's wrong?
I just bit my hand.
You bit your hand?
Yeah.
How did you just bite your hand?
I was yawning, and I didn't get my hand out of the way.
Okay, so it's amazing. You know, it's one thing to be so bored that you yawn, but I'm so bored I yawned and bit my hand. It's a new one. I've never heard of that before.
I was trying to not make the yawning noise so you don't have to cut. I'm sorry. It's after 9:00. I am tired.
Okay.
And I was trying to, and I just bit my hand. I don't know. I don't know how I did it.
Anyway,
I just did.
So let me tell you the thing that I learned this week, besides that I'm so boring that I'm causing...
I snorted. You just made me snort.
I'm so boring that I cause people to try to gnaw off their limbs.
Okay, go ahead. So what'd you learn?
Oh, so what I learned this week was a way to get your body calm down after a very stressful situation.
All right,
We had an instance, I think it was last night. Was it last night? I think it was last night, where we're upstairs, Muffy's downstairs, and she texts you upstairs, "I need to talk to you."
Yeah.
Well, instantly, I go into like high stress mode.
You were almost asleep.
I was almost asleep, and then that happened. I was like, "Oh my God, what's happened now?"
And it was totally fine. It was like something about Stranger Things.
Yeah,
or something.
no, it was totally fine. But whenever we get a text, now I'm just like, "Oh my God, what's wrong?"
Mm-hmm.
Like I need to talk to you text. And so I was instantly hyped up. You went downstairs. You let me know that everything was fine, but you stayed downstairs for a little bit. And I still had all of this like
The
tension
adrenaline.
and adrenaline. And so I was I was looking up how to relieve stress. And, they say, deep breathing, doing something physical. I was reading this idea that we get into an anxious situation, the adrenaline flows, puts us into fight or flight, so that we are ready to do just that, to do what it says on the tin. We're ready to either fight someone or to run away. Our body prepares itself to do just that. Your body is activated and ready to go. Yeah. And the best thing to do to dispel that is to do something physically with your body. Not like run a lap, but the thing that I saw is just like, shake your arms or shake your hands, right? And so felt like an idiot, but I was there and I was just shaking both of my hands so that they kind of flopped around a bit, and it helped a great deal.
Really?
It's one of those things where our emotions affect our bodies. Like that's the thing that we know. When we are stressed out, maybe we get a pain in the pit of our stomach. Maybe we have trouble breathing. We get a headache, whatever it is. Our muscles get tense. But then we often forget that the opposite is true, that our bodies and our physicality can affect our emotions in a positive way. And so that's one of the ways. Or if you're stressed out, go for a walk or do deep breathing, but take advantage of the fact that your body is connected to your mind. Take advantage of it and use that to help dissipate stress and anxiety. So that's what I kind of knew that, but it was reinforced to me, and then I had an opportunity to act on that, and it worked out. So that's the thing I learned this week.
I will try that.
It's time for our emails. We have quite a few emails. We asked people to write in last week in response to the fact that while we were in a breakfast restaurant, you decided to fix the broken toilet. And
because it was broken and I'm a helper. And I also need all of you to know that Josh has been telling me as he gets these emails, but won't tell me what you all said. So I have spent most of the week not sure if Leo agreed with me or not, or Dan or Kate. So I'm annoyed that I didn't know. And second of all, I hope that you weren't being unkind to me. Go ahead.
Okay, so Leo is writing to us about a few things. I'm going to focus on his section where he talks about this situation. Would he fix the toilet? He says, "Oh, Josh, sweet, innocent Josh." Well, thank you, Leo, for that. Amanda is right about the water in the toilet tank. It is the same tap water you use to wash your hands with in any and every restaurant, whether it's in your home or the crappiest dive bar in town. Well, I think the word crappiest would affect how I think about anything in that bar, but the water in the tank is fresh water, he says, and I, like her, hate to see water running for no good reason, so I will also do what I can to stop it. Yes, that includes fixing a public toilet if I can, because again, the water in that tank is the same water you're going to run to the sink in order to wash your hands.
Thank you, Leo.
So he agrees with you. That's one in your favor. Then Dan Belson wrote in. I want to hear this. Hi, Wilsons. Just to let you know, of course, I haven't taken the time to fix a broken toilet in a restaurant. I'm not even sure it needed to be said, but there you go.
Thanks, Dan.
And Kate says this. I thought about the toilet thing for a while. I was initially on Amanda's side, thinking, yes, I would do the same thing. However, after further consideration, 30-year-old me would have done that. Nearly 50-year-old me is way too tired to make that my problem.
All right, well, 50-year-old me did make it my problem, Kate. I'm sorry.
Kate does continue on because you had talked about the black cat.
Yeah. Does she know whose cat that is?
No, but you ran across a black cat last week. She says, that damn black cat ran into my front door and up the stairs. I am severely allergic to cats. One of my kids retrieved it, and then I had to vacuum. Whose cat is that? It probably belongs to HOA and has been sent to torment us.
I haven't seen it in a while. I actually haven't seen it since Halloween night, Kate. So maybe it was a special Halloween cat, and it'll come back next year.
Both Kate and Leo talked about focus on the family, so I'll read what Kate had to say. Focus on the family could not be a better example of homophobia being a direct result of denying one's own sexual desires. Mm-hmm. They clearly get off on thinking really hard about how this innocent children's film could be about men wanting to have sex with other men.
Agreed.
Yes. And then she says, I'm feeling rather verbose this week, so I will not necessarily regale you with my thoughts in the future unless you would like to add a segment to the podcast of thoughts from a unrefined straight white woman.
That's right.
She's also very relieved, as was refined gay Jeff, that we lock our doors when we have bed dates.
Okay. Otherwise, Winthrop will just run out of the house and across the greenery straight into your house like the black cat and up the stairs.
Yep. Leo says the focus on the family parental guide to movies is yet another shining example of hypocritical Puritan flaws that lurk in Western Christianity. Mm-hmm. As you pointed out, with K-pop Demon Hunter, there is no sexual intent in soda pop, but focus on the family made it so. In all fairness, they do have a couple of podcasts that aren't so unhinged, but the movie thing is simply the worst. And as a person of faith, it always angers me that the worst are always the loudest and most powerful. Mm-hmm. But such is America in general. Agreed,
Leo. Now, you said something the other day. So you and I both were raised in different Western Christian traditions, but still very dogmatic in what we were raised in. And we've certainly have come away from that. I still believe in a higher power. I think you're searching and not quite sure what you believe in. I still believe in God, but I really, really, really liked what you said the other day about you were talking with somebody and said that, I believe in God, but I really don't like the people who work for him or something like that.
Chris Barron said that.
I didn't know if I was allowed to say Chris Barron said that.
Okay, yeah.
So, but I believe in God. I just really hate the people who work for him or don't like the people who work from him or whatever. And that could not be more true for me at this point. Or, the people who are loud about working for him.
Yeah, that's right. Leo also weighs in about cats and dogs. He says, I'm with you in regard to cats and dogs. For decades, I've said that cats don't really like people. Rather, they tolerate people out of convenience. I've always had cat people try to convince me otherwise, then to proceed to tell stories of the absolute sinister things their cats have done to them. Even their body language screams, fuck off. Dogs, on the other hand, are loyal to a fault and always greet you enthusiastically. I'm convinced that if dogs could speak, they wouldn't cuss, so fuck off isn't even in their vocabulary.
Pretty sure ours yells fuck off out the window at people who get on our lawn.
Yes. Well, he is an old man, so
he is most definitely.
All right, so if you want to weigh in on any of the topics that we talk about, Familiar Wilson's at Gmail. It took me a second.
Did you have to think about what our email is?
I did. FamiliarWilsons at gmail.com.
No one likes to be told what to do.
And now is the time in the podcast where we tell you what to do. Amanda, what should we do?
Okay, if you like cheesy, just Christmassy movies, I can't quite bring myself to Hallmark, but Netflix has a new, don't get excited. It got a 6.2 out of 10 on the IMDb rating, so don't get excited. But there's a new Netflix movie. It's called Champagne Promises. I watched it after Josh went to sleep last night.
It's a Christmas movie?
It's a Christmas movie.
Sounds
on
like a
Netflix.
Lifetime movie set in a strip club.
No. She goes to Champagne, France to try to buy a winery, and then falls in love with the winery guy's son, whom she met in a bookshop. And he showed her one night in Paris and Christmas at Paris, whatever. It's lovely because the guy's an actual French actor, so his accent isn't horrible. But it's just charming, and it's Paris and Champagne, France at the holidays, and it's quite lovely. I watched a whole ass movie sitting right next to you after you fell asleep last night. Because you did the thing where you rolled over and said no before I even said goodnight to you, because as soon as you roll over, I know you're going to sleep. I watched a whole Netflix Christmas. I went to Paris last night after you fell asleep.
See, that's what you're going to do when we've broken my 16-year mark and you've helped me get my record, then you're just going to leave off to Paris to...
Will you have another 16 years in you for somebody else?
God, no. I'm done. After this one, I got nothing, man. I'm squeezed like an orange.
Awful.
Diabetes.
All right, Amanda, that's all there is. There is no more. What'd you think of that? What'd you think of that?
Excuse me?
What'd you think of that mess?
You haven't even had wine tonight. Listen, you ask me this, you've been asking me this every time for 5 years. I don't know. It's always, I enjoy doing this with you. No idea what we talked about. I'm so damn tired. And I just have to wake up tomorrow, work a little bit, and then let Winthrop yell at me some more.
That's good. Too bad you can't get paid for that. We would like to thank all of those people without whom this podcast would not be possible. You think that I can do all these names by memory?
No.
What? You don't think I could do?
I don't. Give me your phone.
I say these names every single week.
Right. Give me your phone.
You don't think that I could say them by memory?
I do not. I've been married to you for almost 12 years. I do not.
We would like to thank Antonio, Matt, Danny Buckets,
See?
Chicken Tom, Ryan Baker, Joey.
Joey.
Did I say Antonio?
Yes.
I did. Josh Scar.
Yes.
Dan and Gavin.
Uh-huh.
And Mark and Rachel. And Refined Gay Jeff. And Monique from Germany. Chicken Tom might come on with us next week.
Oh, really?
By the way.
I have missed Chicken Tom.
Yes. Yeah, for all the time that you spent with him. All right. So, folks, until next week, we got to get Amanda here in bed because she is dead dog tired. And
probably, yeah, I'm the one screwing up, too.
And probably had a little bit too much wine. But anyway, that's fine.
Oh, my God. Do I need to talk about your water bottle?
No, don't talk about it because it was no, it doesn't.
Okay, so then don't be talking about my 2 glasses of wine I had tonight that were cut with seltzer, by the way.
All right. Well, y'all, until next week, I'll definitely be here with Chicken Tom. Don't know if Amanda
I may or may not even live in this house anymore by next week. You don't know.
Be in France with her winery owner's father or some shit like that. I don't know.
I mean, I am at this point closer in age to the father than the son.
All right. Talk to you all next week.
Go be kind.
Bye.
Bye.
In a world where knowledge is king, 2 men will strive to... Oh, sorry about that. We're 100 Things We Learned from Film, the podcast that takes a different subject movie each week and tries to learn 100 things. Hence the funny title. I'm Mark.
And I'm John, and my favourite thing I've learned so far is that chickens have pea crystals. What's yours?
Quite. Do you know the mosquito in the original Jurassic Park is the only type of mosquito that doesn't actually suck blood? So in this case, no blood, no dinosaurs, no film.
So that's us, 100 Things We've Learned from Film. Check us out wherever you get your podcasts every Monday.